the title says kind of the main thing about G, and we always appreciate, your well thoughts and your love and care. Um, and hopefully you get to know us if you don't already and get to like us. Um, Hopefully you're all having a good day, regardless of where you are in the world and what time it is. We're finding ways to try to make it so. What was the other thing? Oh, I'm also have a random question, as I sometimes do. And I wanted to post a more up-to-date um, video. Not the other ones are super long or whatever. I just want to, suggest that you check out the videos and the streams and on this channel and see what appeals to you most. You don't have to watch the full thing. Some are better than others. Some are more creative and wild than others, I suppose. And, just a little reminder about this channel, the dog's down here, but it's being most quiet, is I mostly have no filter. But it's about wellness, uplifting. We do music on here. It's a bit chilly. I'm wearing this. We do music and chat, keep each other company, and support each other. And I'm quite happy and proud about that. And I hope you appreciate it as well. Um, I have to go see that G is doing alright upstairs soon. Been home sick from work since 9-ish, 9:30 a.m. Had only been there for about a hour, and we think we know what it is, but we're not entirely sure. Um, I guess I'd also like to take a moment to ask if anybody relates to, I know that some of you will see what I do in this area and how healing and helpful it can be, but it's still, I'm still human and it's still hard. When, loved ones pass away, or you hear about you hear about other people's loved ones passing away, especially young, um, it's hard not to get a little worried when one is unwell. Sometimes a lot worried, to be honest. Sorry, it's just this particular device. The dog's standing there quietly, at least. This particular device, I'm used to doing these on the computer, and I do have it in front of me actually, but at the moment it's being very slow. It was working most of the day quite well, but yeah, and so yeah, man, I feel like a but I'm also a bit tired. But anyway, yeah. So what was I saying? I don't remember now, but yes, I'm glad to have y'all here. I haven't been rolling super long, but I'm always glad to chat. I probably won't roll very long with this one, but like I say, there's lots of content on the channel for you to check out. And it was only there for about 3 or 4 minutes. If I was like, well, I was gonna come and chat with you for a bit, and yes, we're familiar with each other. But if you're not gonna roll very long, but then you would think that they would like. So maybe either there's a glitch, or I don't know, maybe the phone died or whatever. Which is one of the reasons why I'm not gonna roll very long. Aside from distracted and yeah. Um, I did have something kind of hard and sad happen today. Aside from G being sick and not really sure what's going on there, I don't know how much I want to talk about it. The thing that happened. Normally I would, but either I will decide not to, or I'm just not ready yet to, I think. But if I didn't ask yet, I meant to. And I hope it won't sound like a weird question, but I'm simply curious. Simply curious is all. And again, sorry this screen. I'm a bit tired, and I'm looking at the small screen. My eyes, when I record on this thing, for some reason my eyes sometimes look a little bit funny. But I've also been told I have angelic eyes, so there you have it. As loud as not demonic. But anyway, basically, 1, 2, 3. Glad to have you here. Um, One thing I'm curious about, and you may get, the good impression. It seems like you are from this video, but otherwise, you might want to check out some of my other stuff and see there. Like I say, sometimes I'm more creative, more wild than other times. Sometimes the topic's serious, and but always fairly unfiltered and organic. Um, I'm just curious, and like I said, that's it, filtered and organic because yeah, I don't do that stuff. What about either? Someone came back and was here. Anyway, I'm just curious the vibe that you get from me, the sense that you get from me. It's always interesting to hear people's perspectives on how you come across and how varying they can be. I hope it's good things. I do. Um, I also want to say for a moment how important empathy, communicate, and communication are. The thing that happened earlier today, let's just say this. Um, and I guess some people don't have good memories. Like they don't hold memories very well. Um, Basically, I guess if I was to share one part of it, I don't know. It was just so weird. It was just so weird because like they were in university, both of them, and either way, I wasn't saying anything bad to anybody. I very, very rarely do. You know. Anywho, yeah. So this is just I do got to plug this device in, and I could keep rolling when I do, but I don't know if I'm feeling exactly musical or like saying all that much. It's okay to have some shorter ones. It hasn't been very long yet, but there have been a few people here with some retention. I really wonder if there may be some sort of glitch or they double clicked it though, because I mean, I don't know how many have been the same people either, and how many people have been familiar with the channel as opposed to completely, um, just coming across it. But, and, and sometimes, that's the other thing too, sometimes when browsing, you can see a few things that interest you, and then it's kind of like, which one interests you more? Or it's kind of like you just hop around or whatever, I don't know. Um, I was surprised that, one new contact on here, I'm a bit confused about that background, how the difference, how she thinks that a certain word is two different words. They are different words, but they mean the same thing. She's like, I don't know which one makes most sense or whatever. I was like, well, they mean the same thing. So, anywho, what was I saying? I don't remember. But yeah, so anyway, yeah, that some of them would have clicked like. Um, but yeah, we can't always go by numbers sometimes too. Sometimes things are kind of they've been quiet for a while and then they're coming back, and the algorithms of the system. You don't know this and that. People die, and people don't come online often sometimes, or whatever it is. Um, so whether it's subscribers or whether it's uh, how well a video seems to do, sometimes it's truly not accurate. Like I clicked something the other day. Before I clicked into it, it said there was 3 likes. But when I clicked, and which I know to some may not be a lot, and I guess it's not, but three's not none. You know what I mean? And I mean, yeah, some videos do better than others, especially in the chat. I don't know. It's basically but then when I clicked in, it only said 2. And then probably if I was to look later, it would be back to 3. Anywho. But we have to decide for ourselves. We have to decide for ourselves, not based on whatever else we're seeing about a video, what we think of it. So I realize that somebody just tuned in, and if it's your first time here, first of all, welcome. And I'm curious how you came across the channel. I couldn't do the scrolling thing in the lives today when I went to look. I don't know if I did it at all today, to be honest. It seems very hit and miss whether my device can do it. But, so if it is your first time, and I think you just left, maybe not, but, or to anybody else, like, again, I realize that this one's a bit shorter. I still think you should hopefully get a good sense of me. If not, like I say, browse some of the other content. I appreciate hearing from you, and I feel that you will you will get good vibes because that's what I'm about. That's what I'm trying to put out there. And actually, I would say also that it comes fairly natural to me to do so. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this up. So I hope everybody is doing good in the world that sees this. If you're struggling through anything right now, know that I care, even though I don't know you. And I hope things improve for you. And yeah, like I say, empathy and communication, and not just presuming things sometimes. Like, I guess we can feel fairly strongly that we think we understand something in a certain way. But if we have any doubt, then I do suggest that it's a good idea to ask for clarification. You know, I would be curious what people would like to hear about in future podcasts. What kind of topics you might like, what kind of songs you might like to hear, and I'll be talking more about connection and community and psychology and human behavior amongst the music stuff. I think that human behavior is definitely something that all of us should have an interest in and do have an interest in because we're curious about. Suppose it didn't mess up. Always curious about, or we should be kind of always looking at how we are in situations. As oneself, we should always be looking at how how we are as a person, even if it's not, even if we pretty much have good qualities. It's and interactions. I don't know. It may sound kind of funny to bring it up, but it's also but I think it's important too because um, not always easy, but I think that the more we do that about ourselves and the more we do about others, and the more we see the similarities and the common ground, or even if it's not something that we're currently uh, working with or whatever, maybe we have in the past or we might in the future. So that's why, again, the empathy, the understanding, the learning is all very important. This device is still being slow, but I think I heard G moving around upstairs. He's been not moving very fast today, and it's actually been quite a number of hours. For some reason, it feels like it's just the evening because we're trying to get into our evening routine a little bit, the routine that we do have, and so I guess that portion has only been a couple hours in or whatever. But yeah, so again, I hope you think healing good thoughts for the both of us in good health, and we wish the same to you. And yeah, I don't want to be repeating myself too much, but I do sort of hate to wrap up when one and then two people come in. Now it's just one again. I'm not telling you necessarily go anywhere. I mean, if you want to chat, say some, say so in the comment. I will. Okay, it looks like you left, which is just fine because I kind of do really want to wrap up anyway, and I have to plug this in. So, till next time, everybody. Yeah, I don't know when it will be. I mean, I might find that I get an idea or just want to simply come on and chat. Probably not tonight because it's getting a bit late, but probably tomorrow. And like I say, one thing I'm dealing with is I've had a lot of people. I've known a lot of people that have passed away, and irritability is still hard, and including young, and people whose partners have passed away young, and it's just you know when things feel uncertain and a little bit kind of iffy, it's easy to kind of feel those trauma responses, to feel those uncomfortable feelings, right? So, and not always know how to navigate them, right? So, anyway, we're here for each other on this journey, is the hopes and plans. So, yes, feel free to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And by the way, if anybody thinks my videos are long, I recently discovered a girl, although sometimes it's just a still photo, uh, who rolls for like 10 to 11 hours at a time. I mean, not judging, but how? I mean, like I say, she's not always on camera, but how do you have that much energy and stamina and available time? I don't know. But again, not judging, not judging. People are going through different things, and it's maybe some people just simply like to know that it's rolling in case they want to chat with their friends and fans and followers and randoms. Um, um, they don't want to have to reset it up, and maybe they're trying to set a Guinness record, or they're trying to see, if you go for that many hours, what kind of numbers you could reach. And I sometimes feel that curiosity too, but still, I struggle to do more than 4 hours at a time. So, anywho, and like I say, any of those that you see, you don't have to watch all of it. Uh, you know, that's fine. But I think it's worthwhile content. Some sections more than others, maybe. But so yeah. Again, I don't want to be sounding like I'm repeating myself, especially since this is a shorter one, and it hasn't been that long since I've said certain things. Um, so yeah, that was fine that person was just there for a few seconds. It means it's a good opportunity to say bye for now. Look forward to chatting again sometime soon.